What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dylan. This is Micromanagement 2K, and we are back with another rebuild, baby. Today, we are going to be rebuilding the Brooklyn Nets. This has been a very popular rebuild recently, as they are projected to be one of the worst teams in the NBA this year. We're just going to hop right into it. This is going to be a realistic rebuild here. To make it more realistic, injuries are going to be on in this rebuild. We're going to keep progression, regression at the same. We are going to turn the trade negotiation difficulty up to a 75. Jump right into it. Not going to do any CBA rule changes, anything like that. Brooklyn Nets, here we go. Looking at the roster here, obviously you got MPJ at the helm. We do have Cameron Thomas here. MPJ at the helm, he's probably going to be our leading scorer if we do decide to keep him. He's making $40 million a year for the next 2 years. We got Cam Thomas, 1 year left on his contract with $4 million. You got Nick Claxton there, recently re-signed, 3 years left on his deal. You got Zaire Williams, Terrence Mann, Keon Johnson, Jalen Wilson, Noah Clowney, Igor Demon, Dariq Whitehead, Danny Wolf, Nolan Traore, Drake Powell, among others. Really, really young squad here. MPJ being the vet of the team and the oldest, 27 years old. Probably going to be moving a shit ton of these guys and probably going to have to do a tank year. In order for us to be competitive this year, I would probably have to trade away the whole team. So yeah, let's get right into it, man. We're going to give ourselves 3 years to rebuild these Brooklyn Nets into a championship roster. And we're just going to auto-generate rookies for this draft class. We're going to let LeBron James go on a farewell tour for this year. We'll say yes to that. It's going to be his last year in the league. He's going to retire after this season. So yeah, my thinking, like off the rip, just looking at this team, I kind of want to trade away MPJ and Cam Thomas. They're going to put up a lot of points for us this year. We're probably going to win a good amount of games just because of them. We aren't a good perimeter defensive team at all. We do have some good post defense with Nick Claxton there. Noah Clowney not being a bad defender either, especially on the inside. Bad perimeter defense team, got some good scores, a lot of young guys. Gonna try to develop Igor Demon here as well as Nolan Traore. Let's see what this trade finder looks like. We'll see what we can get for MPJ. And this Drew Holiday trade isn't a bad offer. I think I would like to bring in Drew Holiday. He can mentor Igor Demon, mentor some of our young guys. Still got all these badges here. One of the best perimeter defenders in the league still. And we would definitely lose a lot of games with him being our best player. Draymond Green, Moses Moody, that'd be interesting. So off the rip, I'm looking at this Dillon Brooks trade. I'm looking at the Drew Holiday trade. I'm looking at the Draymond trade. All of them don't look too bad. I even like the DeJounte Murray trade. Cam Thomas, only a $4 million player. Great crafty scorer. Don't know if he's going to be the answer to bringing us a championship on this team. And he's probably going to demand a pretty good contract next season. So I'm looking around at these trades here. Could bring in Cole Anthony, Kyle Kuzma. Peyton Pritchard is an interesting offer. That's not realistic. And honestly, I don't hate this Isaiah Joe and first round pick swap with the Mavericks from the Thunder. In 2028, though, I'd like to find like a first round pick this year. Let's see if we package MPJ and Cam Thomas together. I'm really just trying to see what we can get. Quentin Grimes, Paul George, no. And honestly, this Dillon Brooks trade, he is an amazing defender, more of a role player. MPJ is going to put up a lot of scoring. We don't want to be good this year. So getting Grayson Allen and Dillon Brooks as role players for our future championship team, hopefully within the next couple years, this will end up being a good trade. MPJ, not a great defender, great scorer. Keon Johnson, not very efficient from the floor. Here entering year 5. So yeah, I see this as a good trade. We're going to go ahead and accept. Grayson Allen, a little bit overpaid, but he's only got 2 more years left on that contract. Still got $35 million in cap room for this year. MPJ was our highest paid player. Now it's going to be Nick Claxton here. Dillon Brooks making about $21 million a year. Okay, we'll see how this looks. Get a little bit better defensively for sure in that trade. And probably got a little bit worse as a team, which is what we want. Cam Thomas in there. People might say I'm crazy for that Dillon Brooks trade, but I think it's going to end up working out for us. Could have used MPJ as a trade piece and gave away one of our first rounders, but I don't want to really mortgage our future here. This CJ McCollum trade doesn't look bad. He's only got 1 more year left on his contract, but he could mentor some guys for us, and he'd probably be our star player, being that we really don't have one. We might not win any games if we don't get one. Cam Thomas, he's really our star player, but more of a scorer. He has found a way to get some more rebounds and distribute the ball more. He is an efficient shooter. Not the most efficient shooter, but he is solid. I like Cam Thomas as a player. For a 2K rebuild sake, I don't really want him in here. Looking at the numbers, they're very similar players. Last year, CJ McCollum on almost 33 minutes got 21, 4 and 4 on 44% field goal shooting, 37% from 3. Jumping over to Cam Thomas's numbers, on 31 minutes, he got 24 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 44% from field goal percentage, 35% from 3. The main question being, are we going to build around Cam Thomas? And that answer is no. CJ McCollum entering his age 34, going to be turning 35. He's going to be able to mentor Igor Demin here, or maybe Nolan Traore. This Obi Toppin one, this would be a good one too. Realistically though, I like this CJ McCollum trade. I don't think the Obi Toppin trade is realistic because it makes the Pacers too thin on their bigs. So yeah, the Wizards, I could definitely see trading CJ McCollum for Cam Thomas here. They're probably going to be excited to get off of McCollum's contract, bring in a much lesser $4 million player in Cam Thomas. Not much lesser in quality, but much lesser contract. Probably will have the cap room to re-sign him next year. Let's go ahead and do this, man. Okay, so what a trade weekend, huh? Probably saying, let's start Igor Demin, let him develop. His potential is only a B- on here. We got to get him mentored by somebody. McCollum's going to be the best one. We could do Nolan Traore if we wanted to. I'm really perplexed about all these point guards. We're not going to be able to develop all these guys and play them anyway. So I'm just going to throw in Ben Saraf in there and see what we could get for him. Maybe get a rotation big in there. Not a whole lot of great offers for him. Getting a first-round pick next year would be cool. I doubt we can do that, though. Could bring in Terrence Davis, Campaign we're getting offered. And I honestly like this Gui Santos, Quentin Post deal. Quentin Post looked good as a rookie, second-round rookie for Golden State. He can shoot the ball. He's already got 9 badges in this game. Gold set shot specialist, box out beast, brick wall, bailout, paint prodigy, post fade phenom. A lot of great badges there. Age 25, kind of an older sophomore, but 23 Gui Santos. Ben Saraf, he might develop into something pretty good, but we do have a lot of point guard depth on this team. We need to get a little more wing depth and center depth. Bring in Quentin Post behind Nick Claxton. Gui Santos coming off the bench for us as well. We do got a lot of good shooters on this team, so that's definitely an idea we want to build around. Didn't really get that much better defensively. Got Dylan Brooks here, so that is huge. No first round picks is nuts. We got over $60 million in cap next year, so we can re-sign some huge free agents. Looking at upcoming free agents, Kevin Durant, we could look to signing this offseason. Trae Young maybe out here, as well as James Harden, Kristaps Porzingis. So yeah, nothing too crazy. Jalen Duren we could potentially sign. Wonder if the Kings will give me their first round pick. No offers were found. I want a first round pick this season. They're going to give us Xavier Tillman and their first round pick for Drew Timme, first round swap in 2028, and a 2028 second rounder. Tillman will just be kind of backup big depth. We're not looking to develop Drew Timme. We have Nick Claxton. We have Quentin Post. So we're going to say yes to this trade. We got a first round pick. Let's go ahead and look at our game plan and see what we got. We're spread out way too much with players that we need to play. We're going to be running like a 12-man rotation to start off this year. Terrence Mann and Zaire Williams minutes are going to have to go way down, like 17-13, something like that. Igor Demin, 72 overall, 8th overall pick with 4 badges. He's going to be our main focus to develop. We're going to try to get him mentored up by none other than CJ McCollum. So we're going to give Igor Demin layup mixmaster, mini marksman, and unpluckable badges. We're going to get him mentored by CJ McCollum. Like to mentor Drake Powell as well. Grayson Allen to get to mentor him. I like that. We'll get Grayson Allen to mentor Drake Powell here. We'll give him Deadeye, Slippery Off Ball, and Set Shot Specialist. And let's mentor up Danny Wolf. So we're going to get Dillon Brooks to mentor Danny Wolf. It will get Danny Wolf some badges and potentially make him better. We're going to make him a better defender. Going to give him Off-Ball Pest, Pogo Stick, and On-Ball Menace. It says he'll get those badges by July. We probably won't be playing in July, but it's better than nothing. So set that there. Dillon Brooks mentoring Danny Wolf there. Grayson Allen mentoring Drake Powell. And Igor Demon being mentored by CJ McCollum. Our pick does go to the Rockets this year. They're projecting us to get the 6th overall pick. Love to get that pick back. We already got the Celtics pick. Gave up Drew Timme for it. So for our starting lineup, we're going to give McCollum 29 minutes a night. Grayson Allen, we're going to give 24 minutes. Dillon Brooks, we're going to give 27. Noah Clowney's going to get 24 minutes. Nick Claxton getting the most. He's going to get 30 minutes at that center spot. Going to give Quentin Post 19 minutes here coming off the bench. He's going to be like our 6th man. Igor Demon's going to get 19 minutes as well. Drake Powell will give 17. Gui Santos will give 13. Want to develop Dariq Whitehead as well. We'll up him to 15. We'll up Gui Santos up to 15 as well. Zaire Williams and Terrence Mann, they are getting the worst of it. They're going to get 11 and 9 respectively. So we can develop these young guys. And let's give one more minute to Nick Claxton. Why not? There is your Brooklyn Nets. Do not expect this team to be good. We got a lot of guys we're going to be able to play and develop though this season, and excited to see how we look next year. CJ McCollum is out with a strained left Achilles for 2 to 4 weeks. So we'll throw Igor Demon right in the mix there. We're going to give him those CJ McCollum minutes. We're going to up him to 29. That's going to give Nolan Traore a chance to hop in there and show what he's got. We're going to give Igor Demon 31 minutes. Keep the starters the same. Gui Santos, he's going to get 17. Dariq Whitehead and Drake Powell will bring down to 13 minutes. Traore is going to get 15. Starting off 1-7, pretty bad squad. CJ McCollum's back. Anthony Davis gets the NBA Cup MVP. Dallas Mavericks win the NBA Cup this year. This team is pretty bad. Dillon Brooks is hurt. Nick Claxton, he's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks, so probably going to lose a lot more games now. Gui Santos, he's been getting hurt a lot in this simulation. Keep getting offered Corey Kispert for Dillon Brooks. I don't hate it, but I don't think I want it either. McCollum keeps getting hurt as well. Trade deadline's over. Sending Tyson Etienne back down to the G League. We're 13 and 40. Quentin Post is out 1 to 2 weeks. All-Star game is here. Looking at the East All-Stars, you had Cade Cunningham leading the way in the loss. West All-Stars leading the way. Nobody from your Nets getting on the All-Star team, of course. Amen Thompson winning the dunk contest. Luka Doncic winning the three-point contest. Team World beating Team USA. We're 13 and 40 through the All-Star break. Our regular season stats for our players. CJ McCollum's putting up 25 a night. Great numbers for McCollum. Nick Claxton looking good, averaging a double-double and over 2 blocks a game. Igor Demon with 18 minutes a night. One of the bright spots on this team. Efficiency is not great, but he is a rookie. Getting about 11 and 3 as a rookie. It's rough for this team. I was sad looking at those stats. Nick Claxton's back from injury. Let's finish this season up. Contract extension deadline. Dillon Brooks will re-sign. We still got him next year, though, so probably won't re-sign him just yet. Gui Santos will re-sign. Let's see if we can offer him. He doesn't want too much either. He wants basically a minimum. Terrible that the Nets don't have their first-round pick this year. That just makes this rebuild that much harder. It looks like we're going to win about 20 games. 23 and 59, I think is what we went. 2026 MVP is going to be Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Putting up almost 40 points a game this year. Almost 60, 40, 90 he shot. Cooper Flagg, Rookie of the Year, of course. Nice numbers there. You got Russell Westbrook over in Detroit getting 6th Man of the Year. Wemby is your Defensive Player of the Year. Moussa Diabate is going to be your Most Improved Player, almost getting a double-double over there with the Hornets. Devin Booker gets Clutch Player of the Year, getting 30 points a game. Mike Brown gets Coach of the Year for the New York Knicks, getting 61 wins over there, first in the conference. Zachary Stables, Executive of the Year with the Knicks. You got your first team here. Bam Adebayo sneaks on there. Second team here, you got Julius Randle on the second team. Jason Tatum, he has torn his left hamstring in this simulation here. So it looks like the Celtics aren't going to do much in the playoffs. We'll see what their pick ends up being. We do have their first round pick, Ja Morant, on here. All NBA third team. All defensive first team here. Draymond did make first team all defense. We almost traded for him. No Dylan Brooks on the all defensive team. We do got Nick Claxton here though, with your Brooklyn Nets on all defensive second team. So there's one bright spot for us. Igor Dimin gets all rookie first team, getting 10 points, 1.5 rebounds, 3 assists in his rookie year, about 44% from the field, 33% from three. So the Celtics are the 9th seed, and hopefully they don't make the playoffs, but I don't think that affects our pick. We'll just go ahead and simulate these playoffs. Boston did end up making it as the 8th seed. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with your Western Conference Finals MVP. Jalen Brunson with your Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Knicks Thunder, Minnesota and OKC in that Western Conference Finals rematch. They take them down in 7. Knicks versus Atlanta Hawks. They take down the Hawks in 6. So it's New York versus Thunder. Let's see what happens. New York Knicks have won the championship. Jalen Brunson leading the way. Finals MVP for him. 33 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Amazing numbers for Jalen Brunson. The Knicks finally pulled it off. Mike Brown, you did it. Congratulations to them. Now it's time for the Brooklyn Nets to come in. And it looks like we failed. I didn't even realize these tasks that we had from the governor this year, but we definitely failed on those. Looking at player retirements, you got LeBron. We're going to let him ride off into the sunset. We'd let him do his farewell tour. Chris Paul is going to retire here from the Clippers. Kyle Lowry, Al Horford, Mike Conley, Eric Gordon, DeAndre Jordan, Brook Lopez, Nick Batum, Kevin Love, Jeff Green, DeMar DeRozan. That one seems ridiculous. We'll override that one. Klay Thompson. We'll override that one. He's got one more year on that contract. LeBron and Chris Paul go into the Hall of Fame, getting their jersey retired as well. Chris Paul with the Clippers, LeBron with all of his respected teams. You also got Derrick Rose and Kyle Lowry both getting their jersey retired. Derrick Rose with the Bulls, Kyle Lowry with the Raptors. 2K simulates Kyle Lowry getting his jersey retired with the Raptors a lot, and I'm very curious if they're going to do it in real life. It's up for debate. We would have had a chance at the 3rd pick. All the guys who had the chance at the top 3 picks, none of them have their own picks. The New York Knicks, who just won a championship, they have the chance at the 1st overall pick. The Thunder, who were just in the finals and won the year before, they have a chance from the 2nd pick via Utah. And then the Rockets, who we gave our 1st round pick, well, we didn't give them. The previous regime at the Brooklyn Nets gave them. They have the chance at the 3rd overall pick. Skipped lottery results. Rockets end up getting the 5th pick with our 1st round pick. The Suns via Memphis. The Suns get that 1st overall pick via Memphis in their swap. Wizards get 2nd. Kings get 3rd. Jazz get 4th. Rockets get 5th. And we have the 15th overall pick from that Boston trade. Ended up working out pretty good for us. At least we have a 1st round pick to bring in somebody to develop this year. My Orlando Magic getting 7th. All right, we got a lot of work to do, fellas. Staff signing. We're going to fire Jordy Fernandez. We're just going to offer Jamal Mosley. Jamal Mosley accepts. He does take it, so Nate May. Jamal Mosley, Orlando does fire him after them getting the 7th overall pick. We gladly pick him up. And we got a new coach here in Brooklyn. At the 15th pick, we should be able to get somebody pretty good and hopefully be able to develop them. The main thing is going to be potential. You got this guy, Lucas Gordon, who looks like he's going to be the consensus #1 overall pick. Hall of Fame ceiling, no comparisons, just says Hall of Fame ceiling with Dave Bing as his floor. Averaged 26 and 8 in college, coming out of the Florida Gators. Good 3-point shooter, solid defender, solid playmaker. Yeah, he looks like he's going to be pretty good. We could bring in anybody. We need every position, so we're going to be open to anything. Let's see how we do in this draft, man. 1st overall pick, Lucas Gordon. Brooklyn Nets are on the clock. We're going to go with Preston Dantley here out of Missouri. Not a great shooter, but great inside scorer, very athletic, has a lot of potential. He's a 71 overall. Come in, play him, develop him, maybe have Dillon Brooks mentor him, and hopefully he can bring us a star player, and we'll see what the upside is with him. We had no other picks, so we're just going to simulate the rest. So Preston Dantley, welcome to the squad, man. We're going to be expecting a lot out of you development-wise. Saying we should decline the team option on Ziaire Williams. I don't know how I feel about that. Shooting didn't really improve much. Not really at all, actually. Scored 12 points a game for us. Dariq Whitehead, Noah Clowney, those are no-brainers. Ziaire Williams, we will decline the team option on him. Why not? We have plenty of cap room to bring in anybody else we want. We're going to try to re-sign Quinten Post, so we're not going to offer him a qualifying offer. Kevin Durant is out here. He's got 14 contract offers. Best being about $57 million a year. Everyone else is basically offering him nothing. So we're really just competing with the Bulls to get him. Trae Young, what's he getting offered? Hawks offering him 4 years, almost $200 million. I would like to bring in a power forward. We could bring in Keegan Murray. That wouldn't be a bad one. I'm a big fan of Keegan Murray's game. Great shooter, solid defender. Good modern day four. He is a restricted free agent, so it might be hard to bring him in. What kind of offers is he getting? He's only getting $5 million a year offers. What did he average last year? Getting about 12 and 5 last year on 30 minutes, 50% shooting, 40% from three, 80% free throw. We'll offer him about 21 million. Still leave us with 20 million in cap this year. Be able to bring in another big signing. We'll offer him 21 million a year. Let's see what he says to that. 20 and a half. I'm sure the Kings will just match that, but we'll see. Only time will tell. Anthony Simons replacing CJ McCollum. So Anthony Simons will extend the offer to as well. Let's see what his offers are right now. He's just getting a 1 year, $5 million offer from the Sixers. So let's offer him 13 million a year for 3 years, and let's see if he takes that. Well, we're going to re-sign Quinten Post. We're going to bring in Keegan Murray and Anthony Simons. Keegan Murray on about a $21-ish million a year deal. Anthony Simons getting 13 million a year. Not going to bring back Ziaire Williams, CJ McCollum either. And the Kings would have matched the offer. They do match the offer for Keegan Murray. So we did end up getting Anthony Simons, though. That's going to be like our CJ McCollum replacement. Christian Braun is out here. Lou Dort. Jonathan Kuminga. He's only 23. I'm trying to clear up some cap room so we could bring in another big free agent and fill out that last roster spot. This Jalen Smith deal in the first round lottery protected for Grayson Allen and Terrence Mann isn't bad. We're only getting 2 offers. Jonathan Isaac being one of those offers. We're going to take this Jalen Smith deal for sure. So now we have 1 extra roster spot and we have $47 million in cap room. Can we bring in Kevin Durant? The best offer he's getting is from the Cavs. 2K's fucking with me. Because it's saying I don't have enough cap room to sign Kevin Durant. We're going to try to get off some more cap room. Dillon Brooks. Let's see what we can get for Dillon Brooks. And we're getting offered Bryce Sensabaugh for Dillon Brooks. Sensabaugh makes us a lot younger. He put up similar numbers to Dillon Brooks. And we are going to accept this Bryce Sensabaugh trade just because Dillon Brooks, he's probably going to start regressing. Sensabaugh is looking good, putting up similar numbers, and we get a lot more cap room with doing this trade. Bryce Sensabaugh, welcome to the team. And now we're going to be able to offer Kevin Durant a contract. Best offer is still $5 million a year. And we might as well give KD as much as we can. $57 million for 1 year to come back with the Nets and finish what he started. So Kevin Durant is going to come back on a 1 year, $57 million deal. That was the only thing we really could do to make us competitive this year. I feel like it compromises the rebuild a little bit because it's not super realistic, but at the end of the day, who cares? So we're just going to go right to player progression. Bryce Sensabaugh jumped 3 overall points, so Dillon Brooks trade's looking a lot better now. Kevin Durant, he's only a 90 overall. He progressed 3. We're giving him $57 million, but we had all that cap room we might as well have. Anthony Simons, Nick Claxton jumps 1 overall to an 80. Igor Dimin is a 78 overall. He jumped 6 overall. That is fantastic. Dariq Whitehead's a 77. He jumped 5 overall. Nolan Traore is a 76 now. Noah Clowney's a 76 now. So a lot of improvements from these guys. We got Preston Dantley being our worst overall player. Going to be trying to get him in that starting 3 spot as a rookie. I don't think this is a championship team by any means, but I definitely think it's better than last year, especially with all these young guys improving. It's going to be a deep bench that we're going to be able to go to. Kevin Durant, welcome back. We know it didn't work out the first time you were with the Nets, but we're here to make things right. You're here to lead the way. You don't have a super team around you. It's just going to be you, and you're going to be mentoring Preston Dantley. We're going to turn Preston Dantley into an all-NBA player by the time it's said and done. Looking at the All-Star City selection, you got LA being the All-Star City this year. Auto-generate rookies again and advance to next season. Here we go, baby. Russell Westbrook plans to retire, eligible for a farewell tour. We'll let him go on a farewell tour. Let's look at this lineup, though. Let's go ahead and do our player mentorship first before we do lineup. Preston Dantley, we're going right to Kevin Durant to find what we want you to be developed in. And we can pick almost anything. He's more of an inside scorer. Just do the best badges available. It's given us a marketability badge. Kevin Durant has a Hall of Fame marketability. We'll go ahead and equip that for Preston Dantley. Make him our superstar here. We'll give him a physical finisher badge, as well as a strong handle badge. So boom, go ahead and set that for Preston Dantley. All right, so it looks like that's going to be our only mentor this year. System proficiency, it's now a 4-star system proficiency. Last year it was 3-star, and we'll keep it at just that, balanced. Got Jamal Mosley coaching these Nets. Shout out my Orlando Magic. This would never happen in real life, but he was available, so we just took him. So yeah, we are going to start Igor Dimin at the 1. He's going to get 27 minutes, as well as Dariq Whitehead, 27 minutes. 35 for KD at that starting 3 spot. Noah Clowney's going to get 21. We're going to have him starting. And then Nick Claxton's going to get 31. Anthony Simons, we're going to have in a 6-man role with 29 minutes a night off the bench. Then you got Bryce Sensabaugh getting 19 minutes. We got our rookie, Preston Dantley, 70 overall. We're going to give him 19 minutes, though. He's getting mentored by KD. We're going to hope he develops big. We'll see if we need to trade that later on. Nolan Traore, he's up to 17 minutes this year. Going to get 15 minutes to Quentin Post. And we'll see how this goes. I really want to play Drake Powell as well. But we're just going to start off with a 10-man rotation and throw Drake Powell in there as people get injured. We'll see what kind of trades we can make this year and see if we can develop these young guys even further. And Kevin Durant strains his left MCL. He's only going to be out 1 to 2 weeks. So that means we are going to start Preston Dantley. Not looking too bad. We're going to throw him in the starting lineup. Give him 25 minutes. Kevin Durant's back. We're going to give him 32. Throw him back in the starting lineup. We're going to bring Dantley down to 13. Keeping Drake Powell in there. We like how he's playing, and we want to keep him developing. So we're going to give him 9 minutes. Going to keep it going. Not winning a whole lot of games with KD here. I thought it would be better. I thought where this team would compete, especially with all these guys. It's still early. But yeah, we need to pick up the chemistry. We're just losing so many games. Bam Adebayo gets NBA Cup MVP, though. They take down the Suns. Let's look at some player stats so far. Kevin Durant putting up 27 points a night, doing KD things. Igor Dimin getting 14 and 6 as our starting point guard this year. Efficiency not great to start off the year. We were hoping to see some improvement there. Dariq Whitehead only putting up 6 points a night on 29 minutes. Shooting fantastic, though. We need him to put up some more shots. Nick Claxton doing about the same as last year. Noah Clowney looking a little bit better. Numbers looking solid. About 10 and 5 a game. Anthony Simons is getting 23 points off the bench. Shooting efficiency is looking good there. Sensabaugh getting about 10 points for us coming off the bench. Shooting well for us. Preston Dantley putting up 6 points a night in his rookie season with 18 minutes. Still developing there. Nolan Traore, he's putting up 7 points and 5 assists as our backup point guard. Shooting efficiency looking much better. Not putting up any threes, though. Quinn Post getting 5 and 4 off the bench for us. I don't know why he's not shooting any three-pointers, considering that's one of his best attributes. So we're going to have to change his priority in the playbook real quick, because I can't go another year watching that. Put more of a three-point priority on Kevin Durant. Put more three-point priority on Drake Powell and Dariq Whitehead. See, they had like no priorities on our rookie Preston Dantley. We're going to change his priorities. Cutter, isolation, PNR ball handler. Let's see if we start winning some more games after that. Igor Dimmon's got a bruised left knee. He's only going to be day-to-day, though. Anthony Simons has a migraine. Okay. Getting offered Tobias Harris for Noah Clowney. I don't really like it. I'd rather keep Noah Clowney. Simons is back from his migraine after missing a couple days. And the Rockets have our first rounder again, man. The Rockets are pretty bad this year, though, so we hold their pick. Oh, it's a pick swap. Let's go look at the picks. So we have the Knicks pick this year. We have the Sixers top 10 protected pick. And we have a swap worst with the Rockets. The Rockets are a pretty bad team as well. We took Kevin Durant from them. They have Amen Thompson, Sam Goon, Jabari Smith Jr., Clint Capella, Reed Shepherd. Still a solid team, but not as good without Kevin Durant. We're 12 and 24 headed into the new year. Probably need to do some type of trade. Let's see if we can trade Kevin Durant. Cavs will give us Darius Garland and DeAndre Hunter for Bryce Sensabaugh and Kevin Durant. Is that realistic? I don't know. Kind of feels like stealing and cheesy a little bit, even with the trade negotiation difficulty turned up. Could do Zach LaVine, Dennis Schroeder, but we'd have to get rid of our rookie. I do feel like we're going to need to do something drastic if we're going to turn into a championship squad. And Bryce Sensabaugh is out for 6 to 8 weeks. And now Kevin Durant's out with shin splints. All right, so now with those injuries, we got Igor Dimmon here with 31 minutes at the 1. We're going to start Drake Powell at the 2 with 23 minutes. 27 minutes for Preston Dantley. Noah Clowney's going to get 23 minutes. 31 for Nick Claxton. 29 for Simons off the bench. Nolan Traore is going to get 23. 19 for Jalen Smith. Quinn Post is going to get 17. Dariq Whitehead's going to get 17. And then we still got all these guys here. 14 and 34. Rebuild's not looking good. We do have 3 first-round picks, upcoming free agency. Have a bunch of cap room. Going to go right through the trade deadline, even though I wanted to kind of make some moves. Kevin Durant's back. Kevin Durant didn't even make the All-Star team for us, even though he's getting over 25 points a game, which is surprising. There's your West All-Stars. End up beating the East by 2. You got the East All-Stars over here. Nobody from your Brooklyn Nets. 17 and 37. It's not looking good. One of the worst teams in the league. But we're still developing guys. And hopefully we can finish the season strong. Anthony Simons with a dislocated left patella is out for the season. Let's give these young guys, though, a chance to step up. We give Nolan Traore that 6-man starting gig now. That's probably be your rotation for the rest of the year. Really trying to get Dantley to develop in year 1. Contract extension deadline. We can re-sign Nick Claxton. We'll definitely re-sign him for as long as we can. We'll give him 3 years, $13.5 million. He accepts it. We can re-sign Noah Clowney as well. Let's offer him like $10.5 million for 3 years. He accepts. Jalen Smith will re-sign as well. He only wants $4 million a year, though. We'll offer him a 2-year, $4 million a year deal. 3.75. He accepts. Very similar to last season. Just losses piling up here. And our GM really thought we were going to win the finals. We knew we weren't going to do that. Kevin Durant getting hurt. Anthony Simons getting hurt. Wembanyama's your MVP, though, for this season. Lucas Gordon, Rookie of the Year. Damian Lillard gets 6th Man of the Year for the Blazers. Wembanyama, Defensive Player of the Year. Most Improved Player goes to Scoot Henderson, starting over Dame with 21, 4, and 6. Steph Curry getting Clutch Player of the Year. Chris Finch, Coach of the Year for the Timberwolves, getting 62 wins. We only got 20 wins. Grizzlies GM getting Executive of the Year. All NBA first team here, Wemby, Jokic, Giannis, AE, and Shea. Second team here, Josh Giddey getting on that second team. Alperen Sengun getting here on the third team. Paolo Banchero, shout out to him. All defensive first team here, Giannis, Wemby, Sar Thompson, Evan Mobley, Jaren Jackson. Nick Claxton, back-to-back years on all defensive second team. Robert Williams here, Alex Sarr, Jokic, all center basically, with Jalen Williams, all defensive second team. All rookie first team. Did not get Preston Dantley on here. With the amount of playing time he got, we were hoping to get better from him. We'll see how he develops in the offseason. And yeah, another year with no playoffs. We're just going to simulate right through these. Anthony Edwards getting the Western Conference Finals MVP. They make it to the finals this year. Knicks and Jalen Brunson getting back to the finals as the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Let's look at our stats for regular season. KD getting 25, 4, and 3 for us. Nick Claxton reducing his averages this year, getting 9 and 9. Still a steal and 2 blocks a game. Igor Dimon with big improvement this year as our starting point guard. He gets 15.5 points a game, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. Anthony Simons getting a dislocated left patella to end his year. Was getting 22 points a night as our 6th man before he got hurt. Noah Clowney getting about 9 and 5 as our starting 4. Shooting about 45%. We just recently re-signed him to about $10 million a year. Bryce Sensabaugh in a contract year getting 13 points a game. Being that Dylan Brooks replacement, shooting efficiency was great. Shot over 40% from 3. Shot almost 50, 40, 90 on the season at age 23. Dariq Whitehead, he only got 5 points, 3 rebounds. Shot 43% from 3. Nolan Traore as our backup point guard got 9 points, 4 assists. Jalen Smith got 9 and 7 for us. Drake Powell getting about 5 points a game, coming off the bench for us. Preston Dantley, rookie year, 17.5 minutes. He even started 11 games for us. Getting 5 points a game, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, less than 40% shooting, 31% from 3. Quentin Post on 15 minutes a night, he got 5 and 4. Still is not getting any 3-point attempts, even though his priority is three-pointers for us. Quentin Post not shooting any threes is just, there's no sense of having him at that point of the season. Timberwolves do end up winning the championship. Anthony Edwards, congratulations. 33, 5 and 5 essentially, over a steal and a block a game. Amazing finals run for the Timberwolves. They finally find a way to get over the hump. They beat Dallas in the Western Conference Finals in 7. Knicks Pacers, deja vu there. They get past them. That's going to be your season. My GM is not happy with me. The governor cannot be happy with me this season. You got DeMar DeRozan retiring here at age 37. He did a farewell tour this year, so did Russell Westbrook. Paul George, we're going to let him retire. Bradley Beal as well. Chris Middleton. Damian Lillard will have for 1 more year, we'll keep. Luke Walton's going to retire. We overrode it last year. Russell Westbrook, Paul George, they're going to be in the Hall of Fame. Russell Westbrook getting his jersey retired with the OKC Thunder. No league changes, no rule changes this year. Draft lottery. We do have a swap with Houston. Houston's going to have the chance at the number 1 overall pick via our pick. We're going to have a chance at the 8th overall pick. So we get the 11th pick from the Sixers pick. And we get the 9th pick from that Houston pick. The Rockets get 5th from our pick. The Thunder are creeping up into this top 3. Hornets get 4th. Thunder are now in the top 2. Pelicans get 3rd via Milwaukee. The Thunder are going to get the 1st pick. Nuggets get 2nd overall pick with their pick. And the OKC Thunder via Utah Jazz will have the number 1 overall pick this year. We'll be able to bring in 2 solid players. We also have New York's pick there at 24. We need another head scout and assistant GM as well. We're going to bring in Lauren Boyd as our head scout and Dion Daly as our assistant GM. Pre-draft workouts. Not seeing a consensus number 1 overall pick. You got Reed Doyle, who we already have 100% scouted. He's a 81 overall power forward. I imagine he'll go first. I wonder if we could package these picks to try to move up for first. Let's see if the Thunder would do it. The Thunder would give us their first overall pick and Alex Caruso for Anthony Simons and our 9th and 11th pick. Alex Caruso, about to be 34 years old. Great defender, was a big part of their championship run this past season for the Thunder. Still an amazing defender. It's probably going to regress pretty hard. We like Anthony Simons, but he did just hurt his patella. I think we should do it, huh? Alex Caruso, he's going to be a big eating at that cap for the next 2 years with that $21 million a year contract. We do need a guy, though. We need a guy. This guy's got Tim Duncan Hall of Fame ceiling. He's only got one badge, but can shoot the three. Solid post defender, solid rebounder, nice athleticism. Potential is there. Yeah, this Reed Doyle guy is catching my eye for sure. Not a whole lot of crazy other prospects. And we need somebody who's going to help come in and help us win. So let's go ahead and do that trade. Anthony Simons, it was a great run this year. We appreciate you. We're going to be shipping you off. Trading the 9th and 11th pick and Anthony Simons for the number 1 overall pick and Alex Caruso. Welcome to the team. Reed Doyle is going to be the number 1 draft pick. We are going to invite a lot of these other guys, though, just to see how they look. Reed Doyle, mid-range, unstoppable, shot very well from 3. Arguably the best three-point workout we had, the most consistent. But we could have got some really interesting guys at 9 and 11. But this guy, Reed Doyle, he's going to come in and be a superstar for us. Brooklyn Nets, number 1 overall pick, Reed Doyle. Welcome to the team. Getting a lot of offers for this 24th pick here. None that I see that I really like. So we're just going to go ahead and pick. Looks like the best guy available is this guy, Christian Allen. He has a Maurice Cheeks ceiling. Potential is somewhat there. I like his athleticism. And he's a solid perimeter defender. So if we lose any guys at point guard, he could come in and play. So that would be good. Christian Allen, welcome to the squad. I could have got some solid role players at 9 and 11, but we opted to go for the number 1 pick. Bring in Reed Doyle. He's going to be huge for us. Way better than anybody else in this draft. I'm going to bring the second rounder we drafted on a 2-way. Christian Allen, Reed Doyle, we will sign. Team options. You got team options on Igor Demon, Nolan Traore, Drake Powell, and Danny Wolf. We are all going to sign them. Bryce Sensabaugh, we're not going to really give a qualifying offer to, or Quinton Post. We'll try to just bring them back. Tariq Whitehead is going into free agency. He honestly had a rough year for us. So yeah, got a big free agency here. Jokic, Wemby, Giannis, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell, Karl-Anthony Towns, Kevin Durant, all out here. Amen Thompson, Brandon Miller, Jalen Green, a whole bunch of guys. We're going to see who we can bring in. Going to match the 1-year, $7 million deal for Bryce Sensabaugh, as well as Quinn Post. Tariq Whitehead, should we do it as well? I don't want Tariq Whitehead back. He disappointed me last season. We're not going to bring him back. Searching day 1 of free agency. Couldn't sign anybody in moratorium because we still had cap holds. So you got Kevin Durant out here, Damian Lillard, Asar Thompson is out here, Scoot Henderson, Jimmy Butler. Really pissed off with the job KD did for us. We are going to try to bring in Asar Thompson, 83 overall, 24 years old, amazing defender, wants about $26 million a year. Solid inside scorer as well. I think he'll be an asset on this team. Stay healthier than Kevin Durant. We'll go ahead and give him 4 years. We'll give him exactly what he's expecting, being that we have the cap room for him. And we'll offer Bilal Coulibaly as well. He's getting a $21 million a year offer from the Suns. And you know what? I kind of like this Cason Wallace signing more. Great defensive badges. Can knock down a shot. He's got a 81 overall 3. 97 steal, 91 perimeter defense. Shot really well from 3. Now let's offer Cason Wallace. Let's offer him like $25 million a year. That way we still have the cap room to bring in Asar. Asar Thompson's going to sign with us. Cason Wallace is going to sign with us. But OKC matches it, man. They're killing me, man. They are fucking killing me. Could bring back Dariq Whitehead, even though he fucking sucked for us last year. Ideally, we need a better player than that. Could bring in like RJ Barrett, put him at the 2 guard. Let's see if we can get off this Caruso deal. If we can get a first-round pick for Caruso, we'll probably take that. Bucks offering us a first-round pick in 2030 for Caruso. We will take that. So now we have 2 more roster spots. We'll offer RJ Barrett 2 years, $19.5 million. And we'll offer Jaden Ivey 2 years at about $21 million. We'll do $23 million for Jaden Ivey, 2 years. RJ Barrett's going to sign. Jaden Ivey's going to sign. Let's go to player progression. Ausar Thompson being our best player. He's at 85 overall, jumps 2 overall points. RJ Barrett jumps down 1 to 82. Nolan Traore coming out of nowhere, becoming an 81 overall, jumps 5 overall. Igor Demon jumps to 80 overall. Reed Doyle, our rookie, 80 overall. Jaden Ivey still at 80. Noah Clowney going up 2 to a 78 now. Drake Powell is a 77, jumps 3. Danny Wolf's a 76. Jalen Smith still the same. Preston Dantley jumps 4, being mentored by Kevin Durant last season. He's going to get some good playing time this year. Becoming a better overall offensive player, just a better player all around, all across the board. All his ratings go up. A solid defensive team. Nolan Traore looking like he wants that starting point guard spot this year. And yeah, I think it's time to trade Igor Demon, see what we can get for him. There's your Brooklyn Nets, man. This is our last year, last chance to do something. Let's jump right into the season, man. James Harden's going to go on a farewell tour this year. Let's see what we can get for Igor Demon. And it's saying we can get Kel'el Ware in here for Igor Demon, so let's do that. Interesting little squad that we got here. Nobody really terrific, but we got Nolan Traore emerging for us, RJ Barrett, Ausar Thompson, Reed Doyle, the rookie, hopefully our next superstar, and Nick Claxton still starting here at the 5. We got Jaden Ivey as like our backup point guard, shooting guard, getting 27 minutes a night as our 6th man. Kel'el Ware is going to get 24 minutes in that backup 5 spot. Drake Powell going to get 15 minutes a night, 13 for Noah Clowney, and then 11 for Preston Dantley. Just going to run a 10-man rotation. So yeah, no guys that we can really mentor here, which is kind of unfortunate. And let's see what we can do with this team. We're going to have to make some trades. I don't think it's a championship team. We weren't able to get the right guys in free agency. Kel'el Ware is already hurt. Ausar Thompson's out 4 to 6 weeks. He's got a broken wrist. Jaden Ivey's now hurt. He's out 4 to 6 weeks with a left hand fracture. Trae Young's the NBA Cup MVP. 18-8. Who they got starting for us? We got Nolan Traore, Drake Powell, RJ Barrett, Reed Doyle, and Jalen Smith in there. We got Noah Clowney, Nick Claxton coming off the bench, as well as Danny Wolf, Preston Dantley. No backup guards in here. Ausar Thompson, Jaden Ivey, and Kel'el Ware all hurt here for significant time. But we're still finding a way to win games. Went on a 3-game winning streak. Did it again here. 5-game winning streak for these Nets. Ausar Thompson's back in the rotation. We're 28-9. Ausar Thompson gets the exact same freaking injury. Still winning games without him. Jaden Ivey's back. Now Nick Claxton's out 4 to 6 weeks with a strained right hip. We've got Jalen Smith starting in there. 30-11 still with this team. We're still finding a way to win games. We're 33-14 at the end of January with an 80% chemistry. I'm curious what these stats look like. So Nolan Traore, he's putting up 17, 3, and 7 as our starting point guard. Great numbers there. RJ Barrett's putting up 22, 5, and 4. Reed Doyle in his rookie year is putting up 19 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, shooting almost 50%, 43% from 3. But we're just going to run with this team. I don't think we'll win the championship, but it looks like we're going to make the playoffs. If we can get healthy, I think we have a chance. RJ Barrett getting a neck strain. He's out 1 to 2 weeks, but we get Kel'el Ware back and Nick Claxton. 37-17. We're second out in the East, right behind the Hawks. So excited to see where this goes. Asar Thompson hurt again, sprained left knee, 1 to 2 weeks. Drake Powell's now hurt with a broken finger, 1 to 2 weeks. RJ Barrett's back. We do get Asar Thompson back. Somehow we get 50 wins with that squad. Wemby with the back-to-back MVP. I got a fucking headache. Reed Doyle with your Nets, Rookie of the Year, almost 19 points a game, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 47% shooting, almost 40% from 3, 80% free throw, a steal and a block a game. That's looking like a superstar in the making. Jaden Hardy getting 6th Man of the Year with 20 points a game coming off the bench for the Mavericks. That's insane. Wemby with the Defensive Player of the Year. Nolan Traore with Most Improved, getting that starting point guard spot over Igor Demin. He's getting almost 17 and 7, 3 rebounds, steal and a half. Shot 58% from the field, 35% from 3, 72 free throw. Paolo Banchero gets Clutch Player of the Year with the Orlando Magic. Quinn Snyder getting Coach of the Year with the Hawks there. They did get first in the East. Matthew Ash, executive for the Grizzlies, gets Executive of the Year. You got your All-NBA first team here. Wemby, Jokic, Cade Cunningham on there. Luka Don, Jason Tatum. Second team, you got Paolo Banchero, Ja, Anthony Edwards, Giannis, and Bam. Third team, you got Chet Holmgren, Josh Giddey, Evan Mobley, Trae Young, and Amen Thompson. Here's your All-NBA first team defense. Second team defense, Nick Claxton does not get back on that second team defense this year. Reed Doyle, all rookie first team, of course. And your Brooklyn Nets are second in the East. It's going to be a very unlikely scenario that we win this championship. This rebuild has had some unfortunate moments, but we still put together the best squad we can. This is our first playoff series in the simulation. It is also our last playoff series. We got one shot to make this. We got RJ Barrett leading the way, a rookie Reed Doyle, Nolan Traore. Like, we're going to need to see big things here, man. Big, big things. Not going to play Kel'el Ware just yet. So Nolan Traore, we're going to start here with 33 minutes at the point guard spot. Drake Powell getting 31. 31 for RJ Barrett. 37 for Reed Doyle, our rookie, leading the way. Nick Claxton going to get 25. 31 for Jaden Ivey coming off the bench for us here. Asar Thompson has lowered 4 overall points since joining our team. He is going to be getting 21 minutes a night in these playoffs. 18 for Jalen Smith in that backup center role while we wait on Kel'el Ware to get back. Noah Clowney going to get 13 points. We'll look at those regular season stats. We already talked about Nolan Traore as well as Reed Doyle. RJ Barrett got 20 points a game for us. Really solid efficiency on 30 minutes a night. Jaden Ivey getting about the same. Very similar stats between those two guys, so definitely helped carry this team this year. Asar Thompson, about the same amount of minutes. He got almost 12 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal and a half, and almost a block. Efficiency was good. He's just getting hurt a lot and not being the pinnacle of this team that we were hoping he would be. Nick Claxton getting worse and worse by the year, it seems. Kel'el Ware didn't come in and do all that much for us. Jalen Smith really being a bright spot of this team. He was our third best center, and he's definitely the best player out of all these guys, getting the least amount of minutes and the best stats out of all of them. It's kind of sad when you think about it. Drake Powell getting a lot of starting games at that shooting guard. 22 minutes a night. He got 7 points, 2.5 boards, 2 assists. Efficiency was good, though. Noah Clowney getting about 9 and 5 on 22 minutes a night. Danny Wolf looked good. He honestly should probably get more. We might honestly switch Danny Wolf for Noah Clowney. That way we can have some better shooting in there. He's more efficient. We'll go ahead and switch Danny Wolf out for Noah Clowney. Give Danny Wolf those 13 minutes. Get some shooting in there. Simulate this play-in and see what we get. Orlando's going to be the 7 seed. They make it out the play-in. Toronto's going to be that 8 seed going up against Atlanta. Memphis is number 1 out west. Let's go into this game and see how we look. And Kel'el Ware is back. I really wanted to keep playing Jalen Smith. I feel like we have to, but I guess we won't. Going to give 18 minutes a night to Nicholas Claxton. Danny Wolf going to get 13. Sar Thompson, Jaden Ivey off the bench for us. Got Kel'el Ware getting 25 in that starting center spot. Don't let me down, dude. Don't let me down. Don't make me regret that. So looking at these Orlando Magic, they match up really well against us. Anthony Black here, Desmond Bane, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero. They got Day'Ron Sharpe there at the center spot. That's our only position that we're better at. We got a good bench though. Let's see how we do. We're the second seed for a reason. We got 50 wins. Franz Wagner getting the first points of the game on a wide open three. Got Nolan Traore coming in. RJ Barrett answers back with an open three of his own, but can't knock it down. Nice steal by the rookie there. RJ Barrett's got the ball. Superstar Reed Doyle coming in. Getting the dunk after the steal. Paolo Banchero sets a nice screen, rolls to the basket. Easy money. Nets with the ball here. Kel'el Ware is dribbling it. You got RJ Barrett, Franz Wagner guarding him up pretty well. He's going in ISO mode, but he dishes it off to Traore. Behind the back. Nice pick from there from Kel'el Ware. And Nolan Traore couldn't pick a worse shot from that position. Paolo Banchero with a wide open three. He misses it though. Traore with the rebound. Dishes it up to RJ Barrett. Drake Powell got the ball, looking good like he should. Nice pass. Kel'el Ware missing. Reed Doyle gets a foul on Banchero. Drake Powell with a nice wide open three, but he misses it. Reed Doyle goes for the steal and overdoes it. Paolo Banchero gets the easy money. It's going to be tough. We're still winning this first game by a hefty margin too, 103 to 85. All around scoring effort from Kel'el Ware, Sar Thompson, Reed Doyle, Jaden Ivey, and RJ Barrett. Solid team effort. And if we're gonna win this series, it's gonna be from a team effort. Nolan Traore with 5, 5, and 7. Interesting. I'm surprised we even won that first game. Let's see if we can do it again. These injuries, man. RJ Barrett's hurt. We're gonna have to put a Sar Thompson in there. RJ Barrett's gonna miss this series at least 1 to 2 weeks. So I guess that means we put in. Dantley. No, let's put in Clowney. No. Let's put in Dantley and see how that goes. So now I'm getting a little freaky with it. Traore gonna get 33. Drake Powell still in the starting lineup getting 21. Sar Thompson's gonna get 30 minutes. Reed Doyle 37. Kel'el Ware 25. Jaden Ivey, we still need him coming off the bench. He's gonna be our sixth man getting 31 minutes. Nick Claxton's gonna get 23 minutes. We're trying to get different guys to deliver their different skill sets for us in their limited minutes. Danny Wolf getting 11. Jalen Smith getting 11. Noah Clowney getting 9 minutes. Preston Dantley getting 9 minutes. Let's see how we look in the second game. Hung in there in the first half. Magic kill us in the second half. Jaden Ivey with 26 and 11. Reed Doyle getting 16. Jalen Smith's hurt. We're going to take Dantley out as well. So we'll take Dantley and Jalen Smith out. Get Clowney and Wolf in there. Increase Clowney's minutes. 19 for him, 13 for Wolf. Give 25 to Claxton. 27 to Kel'el Ware. Give 33 to Ivy, 27 to Claxton. Let's see how that works. We're taking the lead out late in this game 3. And we do pull it off. We're up 2-1 on Orlando. Reed Doyle, the rookie, getting 31 points in the playoff game. Jaden Ivey getting 22, 6, and 9. Nolan Traore getting 20 and 9. Drake Powell getting 18 for us. Hard fought game in game 4. Scrappy back and forth win. We do take it by 2. Jaden Ivey with 36 points in the winning effort. Reed Doyle with 20 and 8. Detroit does sweep Cleveland. So if we move on, we are going to play them. We're up 3-1 on Orlando. Let's take it. Let's win a playoff series. Big lead in the first. And we are going to win in a close one. We take care of the Magic in 5. And why is 2K so anti-Orlando Magic? Like, you got a 94 Paolo, you got Franz, Desmond Bane, Jalen Suggs. What about that lineup is so horrible in these simulations every year? 28, 10, and 4 for Jaden Ivey in the closeout win. 25 and 8 for Nolan Traore. Reed Doyle getting 17, 4, and 3. We're going to go on to the next round and play Detroit in the next round. Atlanta does take care of Toronto in 5. Boston takes care of New York in 5. Memphis moves on. They're going to play Dallas. San Antonio is going to play Minnesota. Let's look at Detroit and see how we stack up against them. They got to hurt Cade Cunningham right now. He's got left shin splints for this series, which is good for us. They still got Jalen Duren, Ron Holland, Emmanuel Quickly, Dylan Brooks, Nikola Jovic, Robert Williams III, Corey Kispert. Nice deep team for them. RJ Barrett looks like he's in the green. He's going to be coming back. And now entering the second round, we got RJ Barrett back. He's going to get 29 minutes. Nolan Traore still getting 33. Reed Doyle's getting 38. 25 for Khalil Ware. Jaden Ivey, 33 minutes as our sixth man. Asar Thompson's going to get 25 coming off the bench. Nick Claxton with 23. And then 17 for Noah Clowney. So yeah, solid bench. And I think that's what's keeping us in these series. We need guys to stay healthy. RJ Barrett, please stay healthy. And we're the spread consensus pick as well. We were the victors last time we did play these Pistons. We match up pretty well starting lineup wise. Cade Cunningham obviously being the main guy there we got to worry about. They're a good rebounding team with Jalen Duren over there. Khalil Ware is going to have his hands full. Let's see what game 1 looks like, man. Oh my God, yes. Yes, all right. Beautiful game 1 from your Nets here. 34 points for Jaden Ivey. Our leading scorer is our sixth man. He also is getting some of the most minutes, so we won't call him all the way a sixth man. Reed Doyle getting 31, 5, and 6. Having an amazing series as a rookie in these playoffs. Nolan Traore doing his thing, 24 and 8. RJ Barrett with 14, 6, and 6. Noah Clowney getting 9 and 6. Khalil Ware getting 6 and 8. Plus 13 on the plus minus. Asar Thompson just not getting it done for us. Getting 7 rebounds though, 2 steals, but 5 turnovers though. He is not being what we needed him to be for this team. Cade Cunningham, even though with shin splints, he dropped 48 and 8 on us, but it still was a minus 21 on the plus minus. Quickly got 19 points. Jalen Duren with 12 and 12, 2 blocks and a steal. Dylan Brooks trying to get revenge on us here. Win by 3. We're up 2-0 on these Pistons. Jaden Ivey getting revenge on his former team with 31 and 6. Just having a crazy playoffs. Nolan Traore 12 and 7. Quiet night from our young guys here. Cade Cunningham with 28 and 11. Jalen Duren with 27 and 6. Up 2-0. It's neck and neck. We're fighting late into the game. We take a nice lead in the second half. We win by 7. We're up 3-0 on these Pistons. Nolan Traore with his best game of the playoffs, 35 and 5. RJ Barrett putting up 28 points. Jaden Ivey with 21. His lowest scoring game these playoffs. Reed Doyle had a rough night, but as long as our other guys are performing like this, we're up 3-0. Atlanta's up 2-0. Let's see if we can sweep the Pistons. And we do. Close games. We're really fighting. Jaden Ivey, definitely the MVP of that series with 25 and 9 to close out. 21 points for RJ Barrett. Khalil Ware getting 15 and 8. Reed Doyle getting 14, 6, and 5. Your Brooklyn Nets moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Minnesota does move on out there in the West. Your previous year's champions. Looks like they're going to go up against Memphis. And looks like we're going to go up against Atlanta. Let's go ahead and simulate that round. So Memphis, Minnesota, Atlanta, Brooklyn. The 1 and 2 seed out east. The 1 and 3 seed out west. See how we match up against them. Very deep team in the Atlanta Hawks. Zachary Richache being their best player at an 89 overall. Dyson Daniels at 88. Trae Young's at 88. Jalen Johnson's at 87. And Porzingis is an 85. So nothing lower than an 85 in their starting 5. Off the bench, they got Kobe Buffkin, Onyeka Okongwu, Asa Newell, as well as Malachi Branham, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. They got Cole Anthony, Tyus Jones way down here. They're a deep squad like we are, and they have better starters. This is going to be our toughest matchup yet. Let's look at the team comparison. The Hawks are the spread consensus pick. They did beat us last time. It was a close game though. Looking at the lineup matchups, we're going to have our hands full. You got Jaden Ivey averaging 27 points in these playoffs, man. 27-6. It's ridiculous we're not starting him, but it's honestly been better for us, I think. He's probably getting great defensive matchups coming off the bench as our sixth man, really bringing in some life to us. I can't imagine us switching that up now. He's been doing this without starting a game. We're going to expect him to continue to do it. Reed Doyle, doing about as well as we could have expected as a rookie coming in, really putting a lot on his shoulders in these playoffs. He's getting about 18 and 5, 3 assists, almost 2 steals and a block. He's a superstar in the making for sure. RJ Barrett, he's getting 21 a night as well, 3 rebounds, almost 5 assists, shooting 60% in these playoffs, 50% from 3. Ausar Thompson, we're going to keep him coming off the bench. He does well defensively. He does a lot of great things defensively for us, gets rebounds. We're just going to hope for the best there. Kel'el Ware, getting about the best center play that we can get right now. 8.5 points, almost 9 boards, block and a half. Drake Powell, not putting up a lot of shots, getting 20 minutes a night. He's been starting for us every game these playoffs. He's shooting very efficiently on the shots he is taking. Only getting 7 points, 2.5 boards, 2.5 assists, but 45% from 3, 50% field goal percentage. We're going to keep Drake Powell in at that starting 2. Let Jaden Ivey keep getting those favorable matchups coming off the bench. We're arguably just as deep as they are, with them just having the better starting 5 against us. I'm very curious. Let's see how this first game looks before we do any major adjustments. Neck and neck through the first half. We do come back and win it 108-98. Jaden Ivey, 25 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. Kel'el Ware getting 16 and 7. A nice all-around team effort. 14 and 7 for Reed Doyle here. Reese Shea leading the way with scoring, 26 points for them. Trae Young getting 16 and 7. Porzingis 15 and 7. Not going to do any adjustments until I feel like I need to. We take game 1, we're up 1. How we do in game 2? We're down in game 2. We almost come back in the second half, but we lose by 12 in that one. It's tied 1-1. 24 and 7 for Jaden Ivey. Ausar Thompson doing some good things here. Reed Doyle having a rough shooting night. It's going to be a lot on his shoulders there. 13 and 7 for Traore. Kel'el Ware getting 11 and 13. That's a nice game for him. Drake Powell, we're going to need a little bit better from you. At least put up more shots. Go into game 3. Take a nice lead out in the first quarter. Do not let these fucking Hawks come back. We are going to take game 3. We're up 2-1. RJ Barrett with 26, 5 and 5 in the win. 21 and 6 for Noah Clowney. Jaden Ivey having his worst game of the playoffs, 14, 8 and 6. If that's his worst game, we'll take it. Reed Doyle getting 13 and 7, 4 assists. Nolan Traore getting the double-double, 13 and 11 for him. Keep it going. That's all I got to say, Nets. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Come on. We take a big deficit in the first quarter. Can we come back? And no, we can't. We lose by 16 in game 4. Series is tied 2-2. RJ Barrett, he put up 36, 7 and 5 in the loss. Jaden Ivey, 23, 6 and 3. Ausar Thompson getting 12, 4 and 4. Reed Doyle, we're going to need some big games from you. Jalen Johnson's just a tough matchup for him there. Not finding his way. Drake Powell's minutes to 13 while still keeping him in that starting lineup. Jaden Ivey, 35 minutes. RJ Barrett, 31 minutes. Bring down Reed Doyle to 35. 33 to RJ Barrett. Give 1 more minute to Ausar Thompson there, 26. There's a new rotation. Let's see if that makes a difference. We take a big lead in the first quarter, and it looks like it did make a big difference. We win by 26 points with those adjustments. 34, 6 and 5 for RJ Barrett. Reed Doyle with the lesser minutes. He has his best game of the series. 22 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 9 for 10 shooting. Jaden Ivey getting 24 and 8. Nolan Traore getting 18 and 6. Nice team effort. We are 1 win away from these finals Who would have fucking thought, man? Gonna keep things the same. Looking like Minnesota's gonna win the series there, get back to the finals. Can we overcome the Atlanta Hawks and take these Brooklyn Nets to the finals in year 3? Come on, Nets. Come back. Come back. Come back, Nets. They let the Hawks get away from them in the fourth quarter. This game's going to game 7. Series is tied 3-3. Jaden Ivey with 33 and 10. RJ Barrett with 21 and 6. Drake Powell got 14 points in this game with 16 minutes. It's hard to say what adjustments we can make for game 7. Nolan Traore didn't have a great game. Not going to make any adjustments. We won by a big margin the game before. Just let this one get away from us. Going into game 7, Nets, Hawks, winner goes to the finals. Everything's on the line here, fellas. They didn't expect you to make it this far. And Jalen Smith is back. And they're going to try to mess us up for game 7, man. They're trying to mess us up for game 7. Jalen Smith, he's had a hell of a year. We're going to leave rotation as is. Realistically, probably shouldn't play him coming back from injury. I don't know if I can watch this. Come on, Nets. Get to these finals, baby. Get to these finals. Don't let them get away from you. We go down big in that fucking first half. 8 minutes left in the fourth. We're down 16. Hawks go on to win. Nets have been eliminated. It was a hell of a ride. I didn't expect it to go that far, honestly. Would have been tough to beat the Timberwolves. RJ Barrett with 22 and 7 in the closeout. Loss. Maybe we should have started Jalen Smith. Maybe we should have put in Jaden Ivey in the shooting guard spot. Starting shooting guard. Drake Powell had a rough game. Noah Clowney had a rough game. That's who we should have subbed out, was Noah Clowney for Jalen Smith. Fuck, man. That is tough. Great showing from Jaden Ivey. RJ Barrett leading the way. Reed Doyle having a great rookie season. Nolan Traore really filling in as the starting point guard. I think we built something special. I think you gave me one more year on this rebuild, we would have got it. Unfortunately, we only had 3 years. That is going to be the end. Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves moving on there. Trae Young and the Hawks moving on to the finals. Let's just see who would have won this series. And the Hawks do win the championship. So we were this close to NBA champions with RJ Barrett and Jaden Ivey as our top 2 dogs. That was a botched rebuild. Those first 2 years were rough. We kind of scrambled together a team in year 2. Bringing in Kevin Durant, him getting hurt a lot and leading us to 20 wins. Probably was never a good decision to begin with. It wasn't realistic considering the Nets probably learned their lesson the first time with the signing Kevin Durant to the Nets. But we got it together in year 3. We were able to go to game 7 against the mighty Hawks in the Eastern Conference Finals. We were this close, man. We were so close. We were so close to a championship. And the Hawks ended up winning against the Timberwolves. So we could have potentially won these finals. Although it is a failure, I had a lot of fun. This rebuild did expose me. We made some bad cap scenarios, made some bad signings, mismanaged the cap, did some bad trades. But ultimately, we developed some young guys. We really developed a team identity this year. And we overcame a lot of odds. We overcame a lot of haters. Nobody would have thought this team would have made it this far. So I'm just proud of the team we did assemble. A lot of injuries. Injuries were probably the number one thing. We could have even made some adjustments to potentially beat these Hawks. I'm kind of mad I didn't. I thought we could have pulled it off in game 7. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. We'll be back for another one. If you enjoyed this rebuild, go ahead and hit the like button down below for me. And go ahead and subscribe to your boy if you're trying to see more NBA rebuilds. We got a lot more coming to you. Ultimately, we were able to build a solid team. Just wasn't enough to get over the hump. But that's okay. That's why you got the next rebuild. We'll be moving on to another team and seeing who we can bring to championship glory. So I appreciate you all for watching. Those that watched, please give me that thumbs up. Give a subscription to your boy one time. I hope y'all are all doing good out there. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see y'all on the next one. Good luck. Good night. Dylan's out. Peace.